Yes! Oh, wicked! Right, here we are again. This is awesome. Okay, how is everyone doing today? Let's rock! Right, now, I know you're probably looking at the title. Oh, no, I didn't update the title. Goodness me. Okay, right, the title... I always write it in, and then I actually forget it. Okay, the official title of this episode, we're on episode 22. It's AbomBEANation. Right, now, the KO2 fan, yeah, my man, awesome, how you doing? So, AbomBEANation. Now, I know, obviously, the fact that the game is about beans, you're like, yeah, okay, we get what you're talking about. It's a sort of an abomination of beans, yeah. Oh, rocking, good to hear, man. So, yeah, like, we're going to... This is going to be a card which I'm kind of excited to put together, and I'll explain the purpose of what the card is going to do. Like... I think it's going to be one of those sort of like, the idea is you play it in hope that you win this turn, because you're kind of like, you're kind of screwed if it doesn't work this turn. You're kind of in trouble. So we've got, so the idea is let's have a look. I can just do a few of these, and now I've got my new card. Oh yeah. Where you draw 3 cards, exhaust it, and then refresh some mana. So let's go. So I'm doing all this for a purpose. It's not just to play the game, because I kind of want to explain what the... oh wow, this is actually this is a pretty cool turn. Oh, now I can use a... oh yeah, we don't need that. We've got too many yeahs in this deck. This card is a proper late game awesome card where you draw 3 cards and get 3 mana crystals. But so Grave Carvor, this one is, yeah, I use this one. It's play the top 2 cards of your discard pile, but vanquish this card and all the cards that you've played. So bang, bang. Right. It's a bit too late for this window of opportunity. Let's go add some armoured attackers. Okay, so what AbomBEANation is going to do is all of the beans that you have, regardless of whether they're rangers, attackers, armoured attackers, defenders, and armoured defenders, they're all going to kind of jump all together in one big blob. And then in one big blob, or indeed an abomination of beans, or AbomBEANation, right? And it's going to roll towards the enemy and deal damage to the enemy, and obviously it can be done at range as well. So, and it's just going to roll over and hit the enemy for a big chunk of damage. But obviously, once you've done that, you've suddenly got no beans left, and you've just spent a bunch of mana to do so. So the idea is you want to do it when you could think, oh, I can finish off the enemy with this move. Because if you don't, you're kind of in trouble. So I'm looking forward to putting that together. Yeah, I think last episode I did a quick night. I did one. Well, not in the, yeah, I did one in the evening yesterday, where I created a few more cards. Now, this card here was a bit of a pain. It was good. I'm glad we did it. But this is the play top certain number of your cards. In this case, this is the fully upgraded version, where yeah, you play the top 4 cards of your discard pile, and exhaust them all, including this card. So yeah, that was quite hard to actually put together, but we got it together. So, like, AbomBEANation. I have no idea. I think the best way to start is we just put the card together, and then we just try and work out exactly how we're going to actually put it all together. Oh man, this is exciting. I just can't wait to get it. Right, okay, so let's go for it. Let's close that. Create new card. AbomBEANation 01. Card name AbomBEANation. Now I realise that the font that I use, only uses capital letters, so it won't quite be able to put the emphasis on the word bean there, but it would just look like AbomBEANation. You just spelled abomination wrong. No, it's AbomBEANation. Anyway, I think it's going to cost 3. The card level is 1, and let's see if I can find the picture. It's this one here. Right. Let's have a look. Card text. Sacrifice all of your beans to deal that much damage to to deal that much damage. That's actually all we need to do, and it is a vanquish. I don't even know if we need... No, for the time being, we don't need any actual integers here. I don't think we need it. So, card text, I think it's going to be exactly the same. So, levelling up, for the time being, all it does is just make it cheaper. Now, I've dabbled with the idea that if you sacrifice, like, an armoured unit, it gives you an extra 2 attack. Like, that's more... I don't know if that will make sense. Because the idea is it's actually quite an inefficient card, but if you just want to get that last boost of damage, it deals damage straight away. So kind of like you don't have to put up with his attack and then your attacker's attacking. You can just kind of ideally win the turn that you do it. This will be maybe a rare card. Card infos. It's not really anything that we need to do. Vanquish, I guess. Right. Oh yeah, I've also another thing which I've added as well. I've got this bottom bit here. The important thing that we need to note is we've got a using X. So in cards that essentially cost X, so it costs the rest of the mana that you have. Like I've got this little boolean which will which we turn on when we need to use it. Okay, so now we've done the first one. We just need to create version level 2 version, which is going to be exactly the same except for it costs 2, and we're going to go create a level 3 version, and this one is going to cost 1. I don't even know if this card's going to be good, but it's definitely going to be fun putting together. Right, so now I've got to work out, where are we? Resources, sprites, beans. You know what? I think I might just have a new folder here that's just going to be called Spell Effects. Create AbomBEANation. Okay, right. So I've actually oh yeah, AbomBEAN. So file, save as. I'll just leave it here. I need to put the capital letters in each time. Right, PNG. Really need to emphasise the fact that it's been. So we're actually going to use, if I press that, it's going to essentially have that sort of like, you know, that sort of look, and it's going to, I'm going to literally, instead of doing an animation where it rolls, I'm just going to physically just rotate the Z axis to get it to work. So anyway, right. So we've got all of those. And what did we decide? I think it's these 4. I'm dragging them in the wrong place. Move this over here. Put this over there. And then, yeah, awesome. Okay. Right. Now, yeah, basically what I'm doing all the setup for the card, and then we're going to go straight into the card itself. So that's good. So what we also need to do for the setup is master not master. Over here we need card action script. Yeah, that's fine. So here is where we're going to put all the information. Let's have a look. Let's just try and work out. So yeah, one thing which I'm trying to work out, like, as much as I've made quite a lot of effort to make this script a little less clunky, it's still a bit too clunky, and I want to work out a good way of like splitting all of these, because whenever there is a card action, it always goes straight into here and then has to search through this massive switch and case thing. So yeah, like I say, I haven't come up with a good answer yet, but I'm going to hopefully find a way, because yeah, like I say, it's taking up 400 lines of code, and it's only getting bigger. Anyway, right, so we want, yeah, we've got to work out what actual, so we're alleviating, obviously, we're not going to do all the code in here, we're going to give it to one of these. I think we just have, we create a new script here, which we're going to call card action spell script, I think, or unique spell script, because this is, we're going to have one script which deals with just all the slightly weird and bizarre spells that are going to happen. So I think that's probably what we're going to do. Right, so let me go create a new script. And I think I've kept them all in here. So we've got this nice little house, this nice little folder where we're holding all of the, like, the card action scripts, so the specific card action scripts, I should say. So, card action spell script. So now that we've created that, we can actually just go private card action spell script underscore card action. There we go. And we're going to card action spell script. And so, yeah, like with this code here, this is basically, so the card action script is like the one that lords over everything. That's like, oh, by the way, we're gonna use a card, right? And these are the little disciples of the card action scripts that tell, like, that sort of essentially go into the specific card that we're doing. So if it's mana, to do with like mana manipulation, then we're going to go into here. But we want to add all the disciples. Yeah, probably didn't need to use the expression disciples, but that's okay. Right, so we haven't actually got the thing open yet. And I think I'm going to try something. So we get rid of all this. And I think the best way of us doing this is, like, I think we just go straight for making the command and then work out what we need afterwards. So we're going to make the function, which is going to put all the beans together, and then we're going to realise, we don't have this. So we're going to change all the variables at the top, like, while we're putting it together. So public void AbomBEANation private by enumerator AbomBEANation routine. See, it's like already straight off the bat I'm thinking we need a public bool busy. Oh yeah, KO2 fan. I actually looked at the serialized field thing, and it really was like, I think I was in my head, I was imagining it to be really, really complicated, and it's so much simpler than I thought it was going to be. Essentially, all you need to do is have serialized field and then private, and then it works. In this particular, and then yeah, essentially, yeah, you can see it in the inspector, but nothing can access it. However, for this particular one, I do want it to be public, because we need easy access to know if this is busy. Right. Okay. So where are we up to now? So right. And I don't know if this is the best method, but I feel like we'll start putting it together, and then like Oh, cool. Actually, so how does the syntax? Oh, I see what you're saying. So you're saying that the other scripts can see the busy bool, but it can't affect it. That's actually really useful. Okay. So I could do that with all the busy ones, because that's essentially like we only ever want like the script that's got it to affect it. Okay, that is good to know. AbomBEANation routine. Yeah, because that's what I'm looking to do. So it's yeah, but I'll look into that in a little bit. Yeah, so essentially it's doing exactly the thing that we want it to do. So we can see in the inspector if it's busy or not. This actual script itself can obviously affect busy, but anything else can look. Any other scripts can look at this to see what this busy script, this busy boolean is, but they can't actually physically change it. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm going to look at that at the end of the screen. I'm going to stick with this, but I think I might have a session at some point where I just change all of the public bools into bool busy. Oh yeah, of course. So sorry, I'm just... so I just got... oh, we don't need that, I guess. Oh, okay. Do I still need to have a serialized field at the front? Do I still need to have... and does it actually matter? Do I need this as well? Actually, you know what? Let's go... Yeah. Oh, hold on. Okay, it looks like I do need that, otherwise it's giving me an error message. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I still want to see it in the inspector. So I'll have a little... yeah, I'll give that a check. Right, so what are all the things? So what we need to do is... create a small version of the abomination. I'm just going to write for the comments. I'm just going to write abomination. Create a small version. Make all the beans jump into it and splatter. Simultaneously make the abomination grow. Once all the beans have been sacrificed, roll it towards the enemy. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So does this mean... So if I have this here, does that mean that I can still look at it from other scripts, but I can't change it? So let's actually... We can actually have a little test. Sorry, first of all, I just need to get rid of this. So if I'm in the card action script here, now we've just added this and we've got access to this card action spell script. So card action spell script dot busy. Ah, yeah, it's giving me an error message. And why is that? Yes. Oh, that's exactly right. Yes. Haha, fantastic. I've never been so happy to see an error message. Okay, yeah, that's... Okay, again, this is a massive quality of life improvement you've just given me there. Thank you so much, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I've never been so happy to see a red squiggly line giving me an error message. That is the best error message I've seen all day. Fantastic. Right, yes. Okay. Yeah. So the fact that it's public means that it's going to be in the inspector anyway. We can actually check, can't we? We can just check from now. I just like, this is more like, you know, when I feel like it's kind of like when someone's playing a computer game for the first time, and you're watching, and I'm like, let's just say I've played a computer game a million times, and someone else is playing it for the first time, and they're like, "Oh wow, check all this," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know all this. I know all the things that are happening." And you're probably looking, thinking, "Yes, it will appear in the inspector. There's no problem." Whereas I just kind of want to physically see it, just so I can sort of make sense of it. Yeah, it's like, yes, it will work. Right. So we've got it here. Where is it? It's in main game master. So I can't see it here. If I just make it a serialized field, then will that suddenly make it seeable? Let's just have a little look. Yeah, this is useful. This is like upgrading my programming. You know, it's like leveling it up. This is awesome. Oh, still can't see it there. I must be doing something wrong. Private. Get. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway, I'll worry about that in a little bit. But that's really useful, though. The fact that we've got access to it, and yeah, I'm just intrigued as to why I can't see it in the inspector. But anyway, don't worry about that. We'll right. So anyway, the abomination ball. Oh, I just thought my head was in the way. Sorry. Sorry, one sec. Yeah, the thing that's oh, okay, that makes sense. So what I think we can do, yeah. So I was just saying, yeah, over there isn't a busy boolean that we can sort of affect, but that's fine. Like, really, we don't need it. But I think that's still really useful. So this serialized field is slightly redundant at the moment, but yeah, I think it's just good though. I'm learning all these things because that's part of the exciting thing. Yeah. Right. Anyway, once all beans roll towards enemy, deal damage to the enemy. Check if it's been defeated. So, fantastic. Right, okay. So we're going to just go through all this step by step. This is going to be awesome. Okay, I've just got this here purely to stop giving me an error message. So this is just you're going to this yield return null is like purely there to stop getting an error message. We'll get rid of this shortly. So we need to create our AbomBEANation. Right. This can be private game object. AbomBEANation game object. And I have an idea. I think this is a good idea, actually. Private game object get AbomBEANation game object. If so, what we're doing here, we're finding. Oh, actually, you know what? Let me just change that to create abomination. I think that'll just make life a little bit easier. So if abomination go is equal to null, abomination go equals, and we're just going to get hold of it. Resources dot load game object. And return yeah, I think that's fine. So the reason I'm doing this is because obviously when you're playing, not every single game is going to have this. So I could have an awake function where we get it set straight away, but we're using a bit of power that we don't really need to. So it's only ever going to get this when it needs to be done. We haven't created the AbomBEANation yet, so I'm going to go plus create a 2D sprite square. We're going to call it the fact that I called it AbomBEANation, it's not going to get old. It's going to remain funny forever. Okay, so we've got it there. Now I think sprites. It makes sense to actually create a bunch of scripts, to create a folder which is going to be spell effect scripts, or spell scripts, I think. Create. Yeah. Okay. Right. And let's go put this on. And we'll add this as a prefab. Yeah, I'm kind of like, I'm thinking there might be more spells that do things later, and spell stuff. And I'd rather have, yeah, I haven't changed any of the things yet, have I? This is why it's all looking all rubbish. I can make that look a little better. Right. I just need to change the properties, so I think the quickest way is if I just click there. Right. 1 to 8. Let's get rid of that. Point filter and none, and apply. Okay. Right. So we have now created this, so we can just get rid of that. We just need to work out where we put it for. So spell stuff, AbomBEANation, copy path. Put that in there. So we've got access to the AbomBEANation. Right. Now, so I think what we need to do is a little extra step here. Work out how many beans there are in total. And when we're creating it, I think the... yeah. So, I still haven't actually got the script that we want, so it's just this one. Edit script. So, what are all the things we need? We probably need access to the transform. Private transform. I'm just going to call it a bomb. Get access to that. We want access to our transform equals we also want to get the sprite renderer because there's a cool little effect where you have essentially 4 versions of the same image, but you use an effect in Aseprite where you just mix the pixels up a little bit, so it just kind of gives that slightly living feel about it. Now we're going to have a function which is summon. And oh yeah, and let's go. Where are we? Car. Da, 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 da. Actually, what we'll do for the time being. The reason I'm not going to use this, I think I'm going to have a session where I just turn all of them into this. The reason being is because I like to see it in the inspector as well. But I'm going to leave it in greens because I can put it in later. It's just because I might want to see it in inspector to know that it's busy at the right times. Okay. So. Now we're going to create another coroutine. Okay. It's going to do a bit more than that, right? Right. Right, start coroutine is less than summon routine. Okay, there we go. I was trying to type it really quickly. Okay. Right. Okay, so we want the alpha setting to be 0. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, because I kind of want to make it bigger dependent on the number of beans that are all going to get scattered in and sacrifice itself to it. But I haven't worked out the exact proportion. I suppose one thing that would make sense is if it always did a generic, say, 5 damage or something. 5 plus however many more beans get sacrificed. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it's food for thought. And as it levels up, not only does it cost less, but it might be 5, 10 and 15 damage or something. We'll make it grow to vector dot 1, and that'll be we also actually need to make sure that it's small but when we're summoning it, which I'll do in a sec, because at the moment it's growing to size vector 1, but it's already at size vector 1. So we just need to set the local scale (0), and we also need to set the colour to clear. So we got AbomSR. Right. This is just waiting for the growing to start, because it's going to be initially spawned and then it's going to get bigger and bigger. Move.instance.s2fo. Okay, so that's the original summoning, which is cool. Right, where are we up to next? So that's good. Okay. So now if we go back in here, we're going to have... oh, this is going to be a little bit... no, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's just going to be a slightly longer bit of text than I thought. I also don't know exactly the right point to actually where I should spawn it. We could probably... you know what? We'll pick a random spot and then we can just change it, I think. So AbomBEANation script. AbomBEANation script equals... instantiate, and I guess we fit this function in here. I'm trying to work out. Let's just have a little. I'm going to go 0, 0. I think we'll do vector 0 and then we'll change it when we need to. I was going to try and be clever and try and work out the exact point, but it's much easier just to make it and then just change it later. So we're going to create it right in the dead center of the screen. Because we love putting quaternion.identity, we're going to just chuck it in there because it makes me happy. Dot get component. So create a small version of there, and what we'll do actually, I quite like having a, yeah, again, public for the time being, public float, size, I think this will make life easier for later when we're trying to put everything together. Let's get rid of some of this stuff. This is just confusing me. Card actions. Yeah, we want that. Yeah, I think we need the rest of this stuff. Okay. Right, so we've instantiated it. We now want to call the abomination script dot summon while abomination script dot busy okay. Again, what I've done all the easy bits. I just haven't actually done any of the complicated bits yet. I'm kind of like, you know, dancing around, like being like, well, I can do this, this, this. The actual hard bit is going to get access to all of the beans, get them all to sort of jump in, ideally in a sort of slightly mix-mash way where they're all coming kind of in a random direction, and then there'll be a big sort of sploosh, and then there'll just be this big chunk. Yeah. That'll be the difficult part. We're just kind of we're just trying to do the easy bits first, and then leading to the hard part. So, another thing that I want to do as well is on summon, we're going to do something quite nice. We're going to have, I think we might be able to do this all in one line of code, and I'm kind of okay with it. Instance dot play forward continuously. Right, the animating sprites. This is going to be the fun part. Get resources.load all sprites. So this is actually giving it the sort of animation feel to it. Load all sprites of a particular location, and I think the animation should be 0.1. So 1/10 of a second per frame. What's wrong with that? Let's see, I must have missed a bit. Oh yeah, we need the... yeah, that can be null, that's fine. That's just the finishing sprite. Okay. Let's just go fill this one up. So this is just meaning when we create it, when we're creating it, we're getting the thing. Yeah, sounds cool, yeah. It's going to be animating straight away. So copy path. That was easier than I thought. It's one of those things where it's like, actually when you have sort of pretty good management of where your folders are and when you know everything is, everything just becomes so much easier. Because I just had this dread that I was like, where did I put those? Where did I put the pictures again? Where did I put the PNGs? But they were just there for me, which is good. Right. Okay. So we've created the abomination. We've summoned it. Now, while it's busy, that's all happening. It'll only take half a second. Now, we just do this and then we're off. Okay, right. What we need to do to be able to do this, is there a clean way of doing this? Yeah. Yeah, there is. It takes a little while, and it's probably not clean, but there is a way of doing it. First of all, I think all we need is access to the attack building and the defense building, because yeah, it is literally everyone, not just attackers. Everyone's going to get involved in this. It's just going to be one big blob, and yeah, that'll be cool. Right, so we need access to what scripts is it? It's buildings. We need the defense building, and we need the attack building. And like, I was trying to come up with a clever way last time of getting an easy way, but I think we just do... yeah, so the reason I want to get hold of these is because these are holding essentially all the beans. All the information that we need from all the beans is going to be held here. Okay. AbomBEANation. I'm also going to have a public int current damage. The more, like, as I'm putting this together, I think it makes sense that, like, because, like, purely just from a sort of visual perspective, it kind of makes sense that it does do, like, say, a baseline of 5 damage on the offset. Or, yeah, anyway, I'll think about that more, because I'm thinking it could almost literally be impossible. It could be just, like, literally vector 0, and as all the beans come in, it just grows and grows and grows. But I'm not sure. Let's go. Let's start putting these together. So first of all, we need the attack building script and the defense building script, and that will be in here. So I put buildling. Right. Maybe I can come up with just a cleaner way of writing this. Underscore. Find object type. Okay, so this is just, we just want to get access to this attack building script. Now, last episode I used a different technique where with the actual main card action script, as we're creating the spell one, we're getting a function. No, you know what? That actually makes way more sense. Okay, sorry. let it go. Roll it all back. Last episode, I came up with a better technique of doing this, but we're going to do the old method that's not as good. No, we're going to do this new technique. Right, roll it all back, guys. Okay, public set scripts, because and public void. Sorry, I've done that before, where it's like, oh, last time I did something which works out a lot. It's easier to type, everything comes cleaner, and it's cheaper on the processor. It's better in every way. But we won't do that. no, we're going to just do that. It's like I've just talked myself into it. So here, we're just going to have a function where we just set all the scripts. Yeah, nice. Okay. Let's just go actually put it in. So dot. Yeah, and just take away some of the heartache. Just do that. That's it. That's all I needed to do. I was going to come up with a way more complicated plan, but this is much better. Right. Okay. Oh yeah, that's good. So. Right. So, work out how many beans there are in total. Now, we've got to work out the best way of doing this. So, I think we go from left to right. So, all of the rangers, then all of the normal attackers, armoured attackers, defenders, armoured defenders. So, int damage counter equals 0. Okay. So while underscore just got to work out like this. Yeah, this will be good. I've just got to try and work out like the best way to actually put this all together. So okay, we're gonna work this out. This is gonna be good though. I like it. I just got to work out the cleanest way. So what we need to do, basically, we need to go into the attack building script, and hopefully we'll find out the easiest way. Oh, we've made life very easy on ourselves. Okay. So we have just got this as a public. I think that's fine. Now, let me just close all this. I'm trying to work out if the actual function... okay, I think we're going to actually do the function within the attack building script. Does that make sense? That makes sense. I think it does. I think it does. Okay. I think that makes sense. Yeah. Sacrifice. Just checking I'm spelling it correct. Now, this is going to be a generic one to... I'm actually going to have bool all beans. There is a good reason as to why I'm doing that. Because I've got ideas for cards later. Like, one of them is you sacrifice 1/3 of your attackers, of your non-armoured attackers, to turn the rest of those non-armoured attackers into armoured ones. So, and it's going to be called something like Blood for Steel or something like that. So, like, but if I have a like all beans, and we can eventually put more arguments in, so it can be like. In fact, let me put this in. This is just purely like making a structure for later. Int Rangers int attackers, comma int armored attackers. Okay, so this is all going to be 0 because as long as this is true, none of this matters. So I'd rather have something like this, so you know later it will make life a bit easier when I'm trying to do something later. And we'll put all of these. Yeah, okay. So, busy equals true. Okay, and now if all beans we're also going to have to work out a way of getting the number, but we'll worry about that later. So, okay. Float time equals 0. Okay. While... range of bean scripts dot count is greater than 0. We'll have we're going to let's go actually I'm going to make a variable here which is going to be called transform bean trans. This is going to be the one flexible thing that we're going to use for everything. So bean, oh thanks man. Ah, awesome. Cheers. Oh, yes, my brother. Just bring me in some coffee. Ah, yeah. Right. Bean trans equals range of bean trans. Nice. And what do we want it to do? Oh, yes. We've got to work out. Let's go have another variable, say, here, which will be vector3 sac vec. So this is basically where they're all going to bounce to. I'd rather kind of like, you know, this way we don't have to, if we realise that it's in the wrong place, we can just change them all. Oh yes, coffee, right, nice. So we got all the place, that's fine. Okay, right. So I'm putting a bunch of stuff at the beginning. It's like as I'm realising it, because yeah, when I was putting the AbomBEANation together, like I was like, we just need to sort of make everything up as we go along, as we sort of see that we're like, okay, this is the problem, let's go fix it. So chum equals mover.instance.create that dot move to point bouncy bean trans sac. Oh yeah, we haven't put it there, that's fine. Let's go back to this. So it's going to move to there. I could actually add a little bit of randomness so they're not all going on the exact same spot, and I think I will do that. Vector3 rando vec equals new vector3 random dot range somewhere, say minus 0.5 to 0.5. Let's just do that twice. Rando vec. Well, I decided whenever I'm using any random number, the reason I call it rando, obviously it kind of makes sense because it sounds like that, but there's a particular joke in a TV show called Archer, and it's where someone actually makes a point of whenever he's trying to do an alias, he always calls himself Randy, and then he then gets in another situation where he's got to make up an alias on the fly, and he goes, "No, I'm Rando. I'm Rando. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm just going to call it Rando from now on. I guess that can take 0.5 seconds. Oh, yes. Yes, this is how we did this. Yeah, okay, we can do something a little bit sneaky, but it should be okay. Okay. We can actually have all of this, because basically I'm doing all of this for all the attackers. We can, if we want, we have got a script that is No. What we'll do, we'll make it like, yeah, because the only problem with what's happening here is I have to make almost the exact same script again for the defense building, and we kind of want to avoid doing almost identical code. So I did actually make a big script, which I can't even remember what I've called it now. Let's have a look. This one, the big bean transfer script. Let's go to the definition. Yeah. The more that I look into it... Oh yeah, maybe not. Okay, so what I think it will make sense to just do it in the attack building for the time being. And maybe like off stream, I can just make a sort of more generic script. So what do we actually do here? Because there's important... so this is called the big bean transfer script. At the moment, all it deals with... destroy bean... I'm just having a look. I can't remember what I... yeah, I'm gonna keep it off there, but it does make sense at some point to have it onto here. I'm still going to keep him in the party because he's still going to be useful. Right. Anyway, let's go back to where we were. So we've created it. It's going to be moving to a random point over 0.5 seconds, and the bounce height. Let's go 1. That seems to always work. We don't actually need this chum. Yes. Oh, that was what I was going to do. Sacrifice individual bean script. Bean routine. And we need... I'm just having a look because I want to keep my code consistent. When we're sacrificing individual things, we do put in the bean script, so that's fine. So yeah, so what I'm doing here transform bean trans equals yeah, we also need the sac vec. So yeah, I'm actually putting it into a separate enumerator, so that way we don't have to wait for one to go over, do the full animation, then another one. We can do quite a few at a time, so it's like every like 1/10 of a second ish a bean is going to come in. So they're not all coming at exactly the same time, they're not coming one after another, they're coming like sort of like do. It'll just hopefully look a little bit better. So here, sack Vec, and what we also want to do is we'll have another public int number of beans being sacrificed. Actually, no, even though it's not quite a correct word, sacrificing, because we're actually in the midst of sacrificing, so... Oh, I haven't finished this bit. Oh, another big thing which I probably need to mention now. My favourite time of the year is during Awesome Games Done Quick Week. That's the week where I normally just kind of sit. I just love it. It's one of those things where I can just kind of chill. I just love having it on in the background. I always book a week of annual leave when I've got it on. It's my favourite time. Now, that will mean either I'm going to do lots of coding, or I won't do much coding at all. There is a chance I might just have that whole week off, because I just like it's just one of those really nice things where you can just chill, watch some cool speed runs, and it's just brilliant. So I might be... I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing any streams that week. Okay. So, what's wrong with this? That's fine. First of all, I'm just going to go... so we don't need any of this then. Time is less than 0.1f. Oh yeah, we also need to make sure... So, I want to make sure we're getting rid of this. Here is where... Actually, no, it should be fine. Everything should be fine. I just need to go... Ranger bean scripts dot remove at 0. Wait half a second, so we keep on cycling down, so while the count is there, that should be fine. Okay. Yeah, because it occurs to me we need to move over, we need to jump it over and then do the death animation. So moving to there. While I went into automatic mode there, I just started. It's like I always just write in chum. So out of interest, right? I like. Do you have a particular name of a variable that you just like? Because obviously, to me, I just decided chum. That was the word that I'm going to use forever. But like, I'm wondering, like, if anyone else has a particular name of a variable that they're just like, oh, we're going to call it this. You know, I know my friend just calls something like Bob. You know, but I was like, no, I made a decision ages ago, and it's like, nope, I'm committed. Whenever I need an integer, I'm just going to call it chum. So while mover dot instance. Sorry, I slowed down a little. I slowed the pace. I need to keep it going. This is all this is all for one card that might be either too overpowered or too weak. But I'm looking forward to seeing it all in action. Mover dot instance dot s2f Fool. Chum. Number of beans sacrificing, plus. Oh yeah, another thing that we need to fit in. Sorry, we haven't quite done this. Number of beans sacrificing, minus. Okay. Int chom equals Aaron. No. Oh, we've got nothing in here, so we just have to create the animation, the death animation. So actually, I just can't remember exactly the speed, because the speed that I've got the death animation, where it kind of goes into a blob, is pretty good right now. So I kind of want to work out, where is it? I just want to work out exactly what speed I've done it, because I'm like, yeah, that's what I want to. Oh, hang on. How do I make death animations again? I can't remember. No idea. I think I destroy it and create a... Wow. I tell you what, my brain... This is just a complete... Right, okay. How do I... Did I create a game object? I'm pretty sure I destroyed the bean and then created the bean sort of exploding thing. I've just got to remember... maybe it's in the master script. I'll find it out. I'll work it out. I just... Yeah, I can't remember at all. So... Yeah, right. Prefabs, bean stuff. Okay, it's in here. So this is how we do it. Oh, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Right, this is exactly what we wanted. And it's in the big bean transfer script. Okay, that's fine. So it's just, oh yeah, not nice. I just couldn't remember how to do it. Yeah. Cool. That's actually quite nice, because I've done a... so, big bean transfer script dot instance dot destroy bean script. Yeah, that's much easier. And so what's quite nice about this is, yeah, like, because the moment that it's actually been destroyed, let me just have a quick look. Yeah, that's much better. So, like, we're destroying it almost instantaneously, because this is not a code routine. This is a function. So it basically destroys the bean script straight away and just creates it. That is so much cleaner. Okay, fantastic. Right, I'm back on track. So let's just clean all this up a little bit. So attacker, I can't spell attacker right, attacker bean scripts. Oh yeah, yeah, okay, this is brilliant. Yeah. Oh, however, right, is this going to work? It shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, we'll see. We might get a problem because with the armoured attackers, I don't know if it's going to default to being an attacker or an armoured attacker. We can find that out at runtime. That's no problem. So we just need to fit the word. Okay, so... Oh no, I've done sprites! No! Armoured. I've forgotten what I've called it. Right, that's what we wanted. This was the key thing that we wanted. Control C. Okay, much better. Right, so this should ideally work. So it's jumping over to a place roughly where the Sakvek is, and then it's sacrificing itself. And then what we want here is while number of beans sacrificing is greater than 0, yield return null. Technically, we don't need this, but I would rather have it. So. It's going to sacrifice all of the attacking ones. That's the attackers, armoured and rangers. And then we're going to go on to the defence buildings. Okay, so we can actually copy an awful lot of this. That's one thing that I was slightly fearful of, because if there was an easy way to fit this in the Big Bean transfer, I probably would, and I should do that at some point. I'm not too worried at the moment. So let's just copy all this and then just change some of the numbers. Some of the numbers, some of the values, some of the stuff. Right, sacrifice beans. So here we're not going to have rangers at all. So let's get that out. We are going to rename this to defenders. We're going to rename this to armoured defenders. We're going to okay. Right, so we don't need any of this at all. Yeah, we need to probably add the variable. Yeah. Right. Okay. Let's just check I've spelt sacrificing correctly. I clearly haven't. Oh, no, I had spelt it correctly. But I spelt it incorrectly in the actual main thing. Sacrificing. Sacrificing. Okay, all right. Let's go change that before we forget. Sacrificing. Okay, and over here. Sacrificing. Okay, sweet. Okay. So this will be Defender Bean scripts. Defender Bean scripts. Defender Armored Bean scripts. So yeah, like I say, I mean, what some people do, and I do it as well sometimes, is we kind of get to a certain point and think, oh, I'll test to see if this works. Yeah, sacrificing. Well, I was just it's just quite a long word. I was like, that's enough, you know. Oh yeah, so actually I've got a good fun little fact to bring up, and so me and one of my friends are quite good at solving like Rubik's Cubes, right? And there's a certain ongoing joke where like you have to learn a sort of yeah, exactly. It's like but there's a certain thing where like there'll be quite a complex algorithm that we'll do to be able to solve it at a certain point, and we're going to be sort of, we'll get to the certain point and we'll do it, right, and then it will just mess up the entire cube, and like we'll still kind of stop the timer as if to be like, yeah, that is like, even though the whole cube is going to be mixed up and like messed up and it'll look rubbish, we'll be like, you know what, that was enough moves, I've done enough work there, the cube should be solved at this point, right? You know, and I feel this is, it's like I've typed enough letters into there, that's kind of sacrificing, it's close enough. You know what, that should be enough. Okay, right. Brilliant. So, right. What we can actually do... Yes, okay. Right, so we have got the sacrifice beans from both sides, and like I say, we should probably be putting this all in here, but that's going to be a bit too complicated for the time being, so I'm not too worried. Okay. Card action spell script. Okay, so forget any of this. So I've got I kind of want it to grow as all the beans are coming in, but I think that's going to be a little bit difficult. I can't think of a good way of doing that. So damage counter equals 0. Okay, so underscore attacker building script dot sacrifice beans true, and the other numbers don't matter too much apart from the sac vec, which we've decided at the moment is vector 3.0, but we're likely going to change that. While attacker building script dot busy why is that good? Why does it take 5 hours? Oh, yes, yeah, that's fine. Oh, yeah, I thought I went into a parallel universe there, where it's like, oh, by the way, this doesn't work here. You know, sorry, your currency is no good here. No, it's okay, because this has got rangers as well. So this is rangers, attackers, armoured attackers. This is just defenders and armoured defenders. Okay. That's fine. So how do we get this damage counter? Right. So I think what we'd have is damage counter equals attacker building script dot get number of rangers plus attacker building script dot get number of attackers, because I think that the number of attackers is where I think that is specifically the number of unarmored attackers. So we can go armored attackers. Okay. Okay, so we've got the damage counter at the moment, and I kind of want it to tick up. So, yeah, okay. This might not work, but let's give it a shot. I'm going to give this a try. So, on the AbomBEANation, public void get bigger. So I'm trying to work out a nice, fun way of getting this to work. So it starts off at 1. Yeah, okay. Because I want this to, like, hopefully it feel pretty good when it's actually all sort of put together. So start coroutine, get bigger routine. Busy equals true. Busy equals false. And we kind of want to put in grow amount. Grow amount. Okay. I've got that because I want this to look like pretty fun, and I'm trying to work out the best way because I kind of want it to go, you know, sort of bounce and get bigger and bigger. So. Float target size equals size plus a float. A float of grow amount times by 0.1f. Okay, so. Like I say, I don't know if this is going to be too big. This is the key number that we're going to change, that, you know, because it might get ridiculously too big. But let's give it a shot. So that is what we're looking to get to. And I kind of want to, I'm trying to think of a good fun way that we can do this. So we'll have another float current size equals size. So this way we can deal with the defenders when we actually get there. I've just oh no, everything's fine. Okay, let's get rid of this one. So now how we can do this. So While, yeah, because I like, yeah, I want it to sort of, yeah, maybe I'm making this too difficult on myself. You know what? Let's not make it too difficult. I think we just, yeah, I think we're going to make it easier. I've got ideas for how it could look really good, but I think that's going to just be a little bit. It's the payoff is not going to be good enough. It's not going to be sort of good enough. So that's fine. Target size equals that. So int chump, yeah, this is going to be a simplified version because I want it, yeah, I want it to kind of like bounce up and look kind of sort of slightly maniacal, I guess. But this is going to still look fine. Pointed size. Animation trans. Target vector is going to be new vector 3. Target size. Target size. Time to take is going to be 0.5f. And the size amplification 1.25. And then we're just going to go while mover.instance.s2f-bool. So this is just going to wait until we've grown. I think we've missed a variable somewhere. Oh, decimal off first bounce. That can be 0.5. So, yeah, that's fine. I think we also want to somehow... Yeah, oh, current damage as well. Yeah. So, we can... So yeah, it's like, I have an idea. You know when you kind of come up with an idea where it's going to look like incredible, but I feel like that, this is more one, like, for me to actually get it to work, there is going to be quite a bit of like back and forth, and it's like, no, we'll make it look pretty good, and then I can worry about all these upgrades later. I know I'm putting a lot of a lot of things on the on the to-do list, the ongoing to-do list, which will which may never get done, but I think it will. But yeah, it's fine. Right. So it does all of that. It waits for that. So get bigger by okay. So that's good, and then damage counter equals underscore defense building script dot get number of defenders plus get number of, don't have number of armored defenders. Let me just see what happens. It's happening in this. Go to definition. Oh, it's just because I haven't had a purpose for, I haven't needed to do that yet. So public, we're just creating a new function so we can get hold of the number of defender bean scripts. Get number of armored defenders. return defender armored bean scripts dot count. And we also kind of want to, I'm just sort of thinking this now, we kind of want to update our, no, we'll do that later, don't worry. Okay, at the moment the numbers aren't going to actually change at the top, but like I say, I'm trying to do quite a few things in one go, and it's probably better if when we actually finally get it up, when it finally comes to testing, we're just going to sort of spot all the things that we need to change. Get number of armoured defenders. And one thing that I kind of want to do a quick check, it shouldn't be too hard. If I go there. Yeah, that's fine, yeah. Yeah. So I was just checking, so when we're getting the number of attackers, it specifically is the non-armoured attackers. So we're going to get this number plus this number for the attackers, that's fine. Okay, right. So what have we done so far? We have created it, we've summoned it, it's going to grow to a certain size, and then we're calling the attacker building script to jump all of the beans, that's the rangers, the attackers, the armoured attackers, all into the AbomBEANation, right? It is then going to grow by a certain amount, right? And then we're doing the same with the defence, and we're going to have... we're literally just going to copy this over here and make the abomination grow even more. Okay. And now, if I was being... one thing which I quite like is, like, obviously what I could do, I could quite easily give that a test to see if it works. But part of me wants to see if I can get everything done in one go, right? And then like test it right from the get-go and see if it works. So we have now done this. Yep, and so this is make all the beans jump in, and simultaneously make them grow. We've done that. Now we've got to roll it towards the enemy. So, like, because I want this to actually be a long-range move, we're going to, if the enemy is right here, it will be quite easy. We just need to roll it from here over to here, and I do want to just get it to rotate as well. If it's far away, I want to get it to roll off the screen and create it. And I think I can take a bit of a page from how I did the oh, hold on. We got a bit of a problem here. Let's see what's going down. Oh, have I done... I've got one extra curly brackets. I think I can just get rid of this and then it'll work. Let's see. No, you've created a whole world of different other problems. No, we're fine. We're fine. Everything's good. Right. So I think, because with the Rangers have got a different thing that they do, dependent on whether they're attacking the monster that's right on the screen now or if it's far away. And I want to have a look at what I did there and follow the similar sort of guidelines to do the abomination. So let's go. Right. How did we actually bean stuff? It might be over here. It might be... Oh, it's one of these projectiles. So... edit script. Right, okay, we're paying attention. This looks like a complex script. Okay, all we're doing is getting hold of this. That's fine. That's absolutely no problem. So, in fact, while we're here, let's just find out... find all references. Because oh, okay. Alright, interesting. I thought he was going to have all the stuff. Okay, right. How do we make it projectile? That's got to be it. Is this the same script? It is. Okay, clearly, that was clearly an afterthought that I didn't use. How did we do this? Oh yes, it must be at the end turn, or the combat part. So if we go into the combat, we can find out. Okay, yeah, here we go. Make rangers attack. Oh, okay, so it's actually done in the attack building script. So that's it. So what I've got here, I've got a begin combat and then a begin off combat. So we just need to work out where the monster script. We need access to the monster, basically. Well, actually, no. We need this map script. Right. Okay. Right. I love it. But I think it should be okay to just like locate. It should be no problem. So map script. This is what we need. Let's see if. Yeah, I think this map script should answer everything. Oh, okay. Right, I've got too many scripts open. I'm trying to work out where was I going with this. Okay, you know what? Let's make life a little bit easier. We're going to work under the assumption the bean is there. Let's do the one for that, and then do the complicated. So all we need access to the map script first, but that should be no problem. Okay. Do we have the map script here? No, we don't, but that's fine. So we want access to the map script here, so we can then give it to the map script to our spell thing. So this is very much a hub. Definition, final references. Okay. And rather usefully, we haven't actually. No, okay, forget any of that. Forget all that. Don't worry. We'll have to create it another way. Yeah, that's fine. Just purely because moving, like, we haven't actually. By the time we're doing this function to get all the important stuff, we haven't created the map at that point. So I'm actually going to back off from that and just create it in the actual thing itself. So, yeah. Yeah. I know I need to have a sort of consistent way of doing this, but I just, yeah, private. Right, and I've been mumbling for a little while. equals, what we find object of type. Seeing if I can fit it all in one line, so I don't feel quite as bad. Okay. Cool. So we're going to now tell the AbomBEANation to roll towards the enemy. So if map script dot go. Yeah. So if it's greater than 0, we're going to do something else. If it's here, yeah. So we're only going to worry about this for the time being, then come back to this later. Okay. So. Yeah. Oh, this is exciting. I think this is going to look brilliant once we've actually got it all together. Yeah, because I think this is going to just be a little bit more complex. But let's go with this one. Right. Okay. So I think in here. Right. So public void roll to enemy close. I'll put this in capitals, so it will do this if it's close. Roll to enemy. Oh no, monster! Needs to be monster. Monster close. Roll to monster close routine. Equals true. Busy equals false. Oh, hey! Oh, how are you doing? GK Matt. Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, sorry. I've been, like, really properly deep in creating the this big abomination made out of beans that's going to roll towards the enemy. And I feel like I'm kind of close-ish to actually getting it to finally testing it. But how are you doing, though, today? Oh. Nice. Right. So we actually have to. Oh yeah, we actually probably need a vector to move it towards. So actually, no. Let's go. But what we can actually do, you know what? First of all, I'll put this just so we don't get an error message. I'm trying to work out if we can actually just test to see how far we have come. Oh, nice! Oh, cool! Oh, cool. Yeah, that is brilliant. I think it is nice to actually have a cool like sort of side project, because I think a lot of us, like when we're streaming, we've got like, you know, it's nice to actually have something outside, because I normally I just sort of go to work and then it's like, oh yeah, but it's, yeah, having a side project is really, really cool. Right. So forget the rolling thing. You know what? I think we do actually. We give it a test. Let me just get all of this. I think like we're probably kind of the same, better at coding than art, but I haven't been brave enough to stream my. Oh yeah, no. I think the easiest way is like, because I've actually got a mate who's helped me out quite a lot, who's just said, you should just give it a go, and like. It's quite useful because even when there's no one on the stream, it means you can kind of talk to yourself, but you can kind of talk out all the actual difficulties that you sort of come across, which is, you know, I actually find I can be way more productive when streaming, because I was saying earlier, I'll do some really amazing bit of work, and then like if I wasn't streaming, I would do this thing that's so amazing that I'll be like, you know what, that's so good, I'm just going to chill for the next hour. Whereas when you're actually streaming, you've got that sort of that more like a, yes, I've done this awesome thing, now let's go on to the next thing. As it is, I spent a good chunk of this stream just trying to make this AbomBEANation. We're getting close. I think the best way to actually for us to give it a test is card action spell script. I'm just going to have a debug.log over here. Yo. Okay. Input dot get key down, because it probably does make sense to test how far we've got so far. So it's not going to do any damage, it's just going to sort of summon. Oh, wow. Oh, yes. My input system of... Now, I'm having to... Like, this was terrible. This has now created a lot of work for me. Right. Find all references. So, all of these buttons do something. What does... this one do? Okay, I'm just going to get rid of that. Okay. This is a terrible placeholder. Okay, right. Now I want to check that. Okay. Oh, right. Okay. So yeah, I feel I kind of want to test it now, see what we've come up with, see if it looks any good, see if it's all going to backfire. I think this is all I need to do to test it, because we're not actually putting it on a card yet. We're just going to give it. I just finished some UI and a full character creator. Probably going to work on transitioning a player character between scenes. Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, the big key thing that you probably know this already is yeah, like yeah, forget any of this stuff. But this is the key stuff. Like, you want to make sure that you're not don't destroy a load. Yeah, it's probably worth having a look at that. I think yes. Yeah, YouTube is probably better at describing it, but this helps you enable to be able to get stuff like between scenes. But yeah, that's really good. Right. Anyway, let's go. What it was? Okay. So we need to create a team. So it's not actually going to move towards the enemy. It is purely. Oh yeah, right. Oh, of course, this is going to frustrate me. Add one. Yeah. So 1 and 2, and then obviously the fonts. Oh yeah, this should be pretty good. Oh yeah. That's pretty pointless. Okay. Alright, okay. Moment of truth. Oh yeah, oh cheers. Yeah. I think we might actually have the similar sort of problems in that I don't actually have any art talent. It's just Asseprite is quite good at just doing sort of pixels quite well. And as far as actual animations, it's yeah. Anyway, right. Okay, let's go. Sorry, I've been beating around the bush. Right. Okay, we're going to press R. It's going to look amazing. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. That's not bad. Obviously, we got this. We need to get the. We need to actually sort out the positioning thing. So let me just change that. Currently, the ordering layer is that. We could just make it 10 or something. That's nice. Okay. All right. That's good. Right. So the next thing that we're going to do is I kind of want to see where the monster appears, so it makes sense. Oh, quality. Yeah, I'll do that actually. Oh, quality. Oh, nice. I'll have a look at that in a bit. That's really cool. Oh, yeah, actually, out of interest, GK Matt, are you making your game in Unity? The reason I say that is, like, I think somewhere in the link, it's more like just because it'd be way cool for someone to give it a shot. I've got a script, yeah, in Unity C#. So I've got this script here. I think it is somewhere in like my YouTube or something, right? Which will take you to, I've called it Mover, and it's essentially like, this is something that I've been working on for a while, and it's just got a bunch of functions that, what will happen, I'll show you roughly how it works. I can show it in quite a few things. Yeah, this is a perfect example. It's not actually a perfect example. Summon. But no. So what we will do is we use the mover, right? So it's a singleton. So it's mover.instance.grow to size. You fit in the transform, the size that you want it to grow, and how long it will take. And if you notice, I'm making a variable, and because this returns a number, right? And then here you're basically waiting, like, for this boolean to be false. So it's true until the movement's done, and then it becomes false. So it's like, this is, and I've also done the same for fading colour. There's so many useful little functions within it. Like, and I just feel it's like, it'd be cool, like, because it might be useful for you. I can't remember, it's somewhere, I know I've got it somewhere, it might be either on my YouTube or my, or somewhere on Twitch, but it's just, it's like, kind of, I don't know if it's actually super efficient. The only thing that you need to do is, once you've dragged it onto, you've dragged it onto one of your big sort of main important things, you just need to physically move the, I've put it up to 1,000, but provided this number is, this is basically just how many transforms it can deal with at a time. So if you only had 10 and you're suddenly getting like 11 things to move at the same time, it might give you a problem. So I just move it to 1,000. It doesn't seem to be, yeah, I just thought that's just more food for thought. Right, oh yeah, actually, while we're here as well, let's go check out what's the actual, so the current damage is 52, nice. So that would wipe it out straight away. And is that, so let me just work out exactly, let me have a look. I just want to work out like the right place to actually create the abomination ball. So I'm just going to end turn. I suppose I may as well make a few of these. Probably should have played that, but that's okay. I'm not going to try and do too much. so I'm going to create it now because I just want to see where I would need to spawn it so that it kind of runs into this. Okay, so oh, I pressed the wrong button. Ah, okay, press the wrong button. Here we go. Oh, window of opportunity is great here. So window of opportunity, you add a certain number of defenders, but if you don't have any defenders, you add a bunch more. So here, this one summons 40, but if I was to do this one now, it would only summon 6. Yeah! I know. Oh yeah, yeah. Literally, I mean, it is terrible. Like, it's absolutely awful. I mean, it's definitely funny, and there is an argument that sometimes the comedy value outweighs the practical value. And you're like, yeah, this is so funny that I'm going to keep it anyway. Let's see what this does. So Grave Carvor, oh yeah, of course, yeah, they're stacking. I need to make it that when we get like up to the 50, they sort of squidge in a little bit. Right, so I press Q, which restarts the scene, which was useful for another thing. In fact, yes, okay, we actually get to highlight this as well. So this Keen Archer, originally summons one archer and then upgrades by 1 every time you use it, but it also destroys itself. So the idea is you use it the first time, and then when you're in the next battle, it will upgrade for next time. So we're actually now up to 2, so it's shown that it has worked, and we summoned 2 rangers. Right, okay, don't press Q. Let's go give this a shot. So I just want to see where would make the right sort of space to actually create it. So R. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, that's pretty big. Oh yeah, of course, I need to sort out that ordering layer, but so what I could do to make it a little bit simpler, I think maybe there, but the problem is I've got the size point right in the centre, whereas I would rather have an empty game object that is keeping this together, so that when this gets bigger, it just gets bigger, like tool wise. It doesn't just grow out altogether, and maybe that should be. Let me just create an empty game object. Yeah, it doesn't matter what it's called. Yeah. So what have we got? Oh, that actually seems pretty clean. So X is 2. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to change. Yeah, we're going to spawn it to X equals 2, but we're also going to do another couple more checks. Oh yes, okay, so what makes sorting layers so difficult is when you're making sprites, it's not too bad. You just need to like, this is actually really useful. I'm kind of glad that I can pass this information over. So you just sort this number out. You also have sorting layers as well, where you can create up more layers. So so, for example, I've made a layer that's called front, which will always be in front of the default, regardless of what this number here is. But when you're dealing with the text that you're putting on, you can't change it here. You have to do that in code. But yeah, like that did take me a while. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, actually, I think my first game that I made a while ago, well, it was one of my first games. It was set in a hospital, like, and it was. I mean, it wasn't this at all, but it played a little bit similar to like Link to the Past, and the actual complication of when you have, like, say, a statue, right, and you walk in front of it, so you're obviously in front of it, but when you walk behind it, it kind of hides everything. You can see the. Oh yeah, yeah, cool. I'll tell you what, like, because let's have a look. Hold on. Right. Right. Oh, wow. Oh, quality. Oh, my God. This looks insane. Sorry, let me just put it up on stream. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Whoa. I thought you said you couldn't draw, my man. This looks incredible. Oh. Wow. Yes. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. And it's surprisingly difficult to get it so that it goes... Yes. Oh, yeah, I mean, look, because this is, like, completely fine. I mean, I take it you're an Enter the Gungeon fan. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, yeah. Really like it. Yeah, quality. Yeah. Oh, well, I'll tell you what, I probably need to get back because I've been sort of stalling for a little while. But this looks really cool, man. Yeah, sorry, that absolutely amazed. So, out of interest, I take it are you a fan of Enter the Gungeon? Because this looks very similar to Enter the Gungeon. Right. Yeah, nice going, man. Right. Let's move that over. Right. Oh, and a character creation as well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to. Yeah, Gungeon Binding of Isaac. Yeah, yeah. That's really cool. Right. Okay, so where were we? Right. We need to. The AbomBEANation, which I've got somewhere. So, I don't think this is going to make it easy for me. If I go... No, it doesn't quite work. I can't have that at the top. No. Okay. So what the purpose of all of this is, actually it'd be easier if I actually play around with this on here. So what I'm trying to do, I want to... Oh yeah, this... Why have I made this so difficult for myself? Actually, no. You know what? Forget all the things that we've done. We can actually. I think there's an easier way of doing this. Just trying to undo something, and I think it might be... Okay, it doesn't matter. Because, yeah, I kind of want to have an empty game object that fits it all in. Let's go back to where we were. Let's get rid of that. Okay. You know what? Let's worry about that later. Okay. So we now need it to come back to that later. Okay. We're going to make it roll over. So I don't know if I've got anything in Mover that deals with rotate. Actually, yeah. Let's see. So roll this monster close. Okay. Vector 3 target destination vec. We're going to put that as an argument. So int chum equals mover.instance dot move to, this was actually, yeah, move to point, that's it. This one will just flat move at a very fixed rate. I don't want to bounce it, I want it to give the idea that it's rolling along. So move to point, destination vec, oh no, hold on, abom trans, and I want it to go over 1 second. And then while mover.instance.s2f bool chum. Yeah, now we can get rid of this. This was just purely here to stop us getting an animation. Right, so while all this is happening, okay, I've got to try and work out, I've got to do rotation on the fly. So how do we do that? So, so we're going to have yeah, there must be an easy way. Vector 3, and what do we actually need to rotate? Sorry, let me just have a quick look. If I rotate along the Z, yeah, Z is what we need to do. Okay. And what way do we want it to go? It's actually going minus, isn't it? Minus to actually go in the direction that we want it to go. So, vector 3, rotate amount equals new vector 3. It's going to be 0, 0, and that will be minus time.delta time times by 10. Let's just give that a shot. It might be rotating way too quickly, but we'll have a look. So that's going to rotate there, and then we kind of want to have and what we kind of want to do is create a bunch of these little splooges just around. You'll know what I mean. It'll make sense. So we're going to have a private game object, and I've got to remember what I've actually called it, and I think it's over here. So bean splatter go. Yeah, that's all we need. In fact, we can almost copy. We can copy a large part of this. Right, so we've got all of that. Yeah, obviously there's going to be a bunch of error messages, but we can fix that in a sec. Game object. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's go. Yeah, because this is a big old thing, we can actually just create it straight from here, which makes way more sense. Public. Oh, yeah. Nice. Yes, right, okay. I've just saved a massive chunk of time. This is going to make life a lot easier. Public void create just splatter. Create just splatter. So it's going to be mostly this. We're going to have a vector 3 creation summon point. Yeah, I was making life too difficult trying to get the abomination to do everything itself, but we've got a summon, summon deck. That's fine. Oh, actually no. Let's. No, we probably should, comma, string unit type. Unit type. Okay. So we're going to... so we basically, this is the thing that destroys off a bean. So it creates the splatter and destroys it. What if we just want to create the splatter? We're going to... I've just got a bit of this, but instead of putting a whole bean script, the bean script is actually not available, like, because it's all to do with the AbomBEANation. So... like, we can actually just have it, like, just create a random splatter. And it makes sense to have it on here. So, creating there, but instead of that position there, we're just going to have summon vec. And... oh, yeah. Okay. Oh. Huh. That's weird. Let me have a look at this. Oh, I see. I've attached it to that. So we're going to just create a quick game object, which is fine. So let me just have a quick look. It's like this is going to be really simple. I had such a nice, clear plan. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, that's fine. So we, yeah. Oh, yeah, sorry. Ah, man, I was getting really confused. I thought the actual bean was doing the splatting itself. No, we're destroying the bean, creating a whole new object, which is this bean splatter thing. I just couldn't work out why we needed to get hold of the SR, but now I do, because it was just purely to get the sorting order. So we're just going to have another int, which is... order in layer. That can just be order in layer. Yeah, I think this is fine. So now we've got this. Let me go back into here. So we don't need any of this. We're just going to have string unit type equals that, switch random dot range, just so we're getting multiple colours of different things. Between 0 and 3, case 0, unit type equals ranger. Let me just kind of want to keep it a similar order. Let's just start clearing some of these. I've got a bit too much going on. Defender, attacker, ranger. I'll do it in that order. And I think let's, for the time being, instead of trying to make it a little any more complicated, we're just going to have 4. We're just going to do it 10 times. Int I equals 0, I less than 10. We can change that later, but I'm kind of fine. I think 10 should be enough. So we'll do it 10 times. Big instance dot create just splatter go, and that will be abomination trans. So we're creating it at the abomination trans dot position plus new vector 3. We want to obviously add a bit of randomness to it. Dot range somewhere minus 0.5f to 0.5f. Okay. The unit type is going to be unit type. Okay. That stopped that being green, so I'm happy. Order in layer is going to be abomination sr dot sorting order plus 1. Okay, that's quite a big, and I quite like it all happening at the same time. So it's rotating to the destination vec. Once it's finally hit there, it's then going to splatter, and I want it to actually fade into clear. So while it's all the splattering's happening. And we want to wait till all of that's done. So yeah, the only slight problem is with this mover script is you'll be writing what I'm about to type here in this particular line. It's like, so you'll be typing this particular bit of code so many times. While mover.instance.s2fbool chum yield return null. Right, yeah, like I say, I think if you count the number of times in history that I've had to type this one line of code, it's been like tens of thousands. I use this all the time. It's basically waiting for the action to happen and then finishing. Okay. Right. So I think that's all good. Oh yeah, we're actually getting pretty close. So at the moment we're only able to deal with when the monster has arrived on the space. So yeah. Oh, and then we want to destroy it as well. Now hopefully I didn't accidentally mess something up earlier. So AbomBEANation script dot what did I call it? Roll close, and the destination vec is going to be just got to get hold of the monster. How do we get hold of that? Let me just have a look. I've just got to work out how to get hold of the actual monster script because it's going to be a little bit difficult. Okay. So yeah, what we'll do actually is monster script equals find object of type. Actually, yeah, we can just do another version of this. So let's go keep it separate. Private monster script. Okay, right. We are 3:56. I think we're going to have the full abomination working when it's close up within... I'm going to give myself the target of 9 minutes past 4. I reckon I can do it. Right, okay. 9 minutes past 4. So I've got another, what, 13 minutes. 13? Anyway, no, let's not, I don't have time to calculate. Yeah, 13 minutes, right, okay. Private monster script, get monster script, if monster script is equal to null, underscore monster script equals find object of type. Okay. So if I just have get okay dot get trans dot position. Yeah, this is why we only need to actually find get trans dot position. What's wrong with that? Feels like there's probably something like glaring at me and I have no idea what it is. That gets the monster script. Is it just that? Nope. Only... Oh. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, I think we've just... Oh, it's fine. This doesn't actually do anything in and of itself. So we just need to have AbomBEANation script dot roll towards enemy close. Because all we're doing this for is just to work out what the position is. Control X. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that's rolling close. While oh yeah, this actually works out pretty nicely. So we're also going to have nope, sorry, I've got a plan. Int yeah, no, that's fine. So while AbomBEANation script dot busy yield return null, and we actually decided where we've got these vector 3.0s. Vector 3 summon vec equals new vector 3. And we actually worked out, I think, 2.0, 0. I think that's actually better. So we'll change this to summon vec here. Not all the cards are going to take this long to actually put together. Okay, so, And what we're doing as well, sneakily, because we're doing this function, we're getting the monster script anyway. So I could, right now... but let's just go get it again. Get monster script dot take damage. That will be damage counter. While monster script dot busy will return null. Oh yeah, right. So you know what? Well, yeah, timer set. So like as it is, it's going to be a whole different ball game to actually get it when it's further away. But like for when it's close up. Is that everything we need? Yeah, I think I might have actually, you know, I might have undercooked it. I think that's all we need. Check to see if the enemy is defeated. Oh yeah, of course, we can actually keep all of this underneath here. Because ideally it's just visual stuff that's happening here. Right, okay, so the best way to try it is to actually put it in our deck, but obviously we can't use it, yeah, we can't use it until the enemy has actually come up close. Yeah, so get number of turns left, yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so let's go put it into our deck. We don't need this anymore. Right, let's just try and work out all the things that we want. 10. I think Grave Carvor, we don't need that. We're going to have cheap conscript because I just want ways of easily building up things. Window of opportunity. Right. Let's go Abomination level 3. Right. I think that's all we need. Okay. Right now, before we start, it's going to be a big deal. Right. So, have we got everything? Have we got all the things that we need? Probably not. Let's go. Give it a shot. Yeah. What's the worst that can happen? Right. Brilliant. Window of opportunity. Kabam. Let's go. Have another guard recruit. Don't know. I want to make sure that we got a big amount of beans. I'm going to use the Fonzie. Well, the Fonz. Create some. Right, we can't use the Abomination yet because he hasn't arrived. But I'm still building up the army. Okay, we got the army a bit too big here. Okay. Right, cheap conscript. We're just going to draw into it. It's fine. No, we're not because... Oh, no, here we go. Right. Okay, moment of truth. So, let's actually do a quick sort of mathematical check here. It's... So, we've actually got 4 armoured. So, it's 12 attack, plus another 3 for the Rangers, plus 48, which is 50, 63, I think. So that'll be minus 12. But let's see what happens. Let's just go. Let's go for it. Oh, of course it doesn't work. I haven't actually said it yet. Right. Okay. We've got 4 minutes. Okay. Go, 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 go. Right. Of course it doesn't work. Absolutely, of course it doesn't work. Right. I haven't actually... Yeah, right. Right, okay. spell. It's the card spell dot create abomination while underscore spell script dot busy so busy equals true, and then right at the end, we probably don't need that anymore. Just want to have a quick look at this. Okay, 3 minutes. Oh, I was feeling so confident. So busy equals true, and yeah, we do change it. Okay, that's good. And hopefully we will get to see the minus number to check that the actual maths has worked. Okay, right. Let's go create a bit of a bean army. Yeah, I might be able to... oh, that was the rubbish one. Oh, now that's interesting. Huh. I wonder why, because it seems like when I do this, it actually upgrades it permanently. Like, as in, even when I leave the game and go back in, it seems to upgrade it. Well, I don't have time for that. Right, okay, we've got 2 minutes left. Right, let's just quickly cycle turns. Okay, we've got enough stuff here. This will be enough. Right, go, go, go. Don't care, don't care, don't care, don't care. Right, in turn. Right, okay. Right, the planets have aligned. Right. Yes. Okay. I didn't actually do the maths. We haven't updated any of this. But yes, okay. That works. Oh, yes, of course. The rotation didn't work. But you know what? I'm happy with that. But we need the rotation to work. That's because all I've done is just, for no reason at all, in here, I've just... actually, where is it? I've just said, by the way, here's a vector. We're going to make it equal to this, and then do nothing with it. Right. A bomb trans dot euler angles plus equals rotate amount. Okay. Right. So let's just go get one of these. Oh, so this is upgrading every time. I just assumed that it was going to only upgrade. Okay, that's good to know. Do one of these, and then we're just going to end turn. So, while I'm here, I just want to check the Y value is 2. So, yeah, that's all right. I'm fine with that. Yeah. So let's just say hypothetically, if that was 2 there. So I'm just doing a little experiment. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was just thinking, like, because I think it might make sense to create it there, but I'm not sure yet. Anyway, right. Yeah, nice. You know what? I'm happy with that. Sweet. That's good. We need to reset these numbers at the end. I think we can actually, that shouldn't be too hard at all. We just have right, attack. I know, I feel bad. I've spent almost an entire episode on just getting one card and I still haven't completely done everything. Oh, I wasn't paying attention at all. Was it rotating? I wasn't looking for that. It might have been rotating really slowly. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even consider that. But yeah, that is literally just a matter of changing one number. That should be no problem. So when we're sacrificing, we just want to just got to remember how we're actually affecting all of our texts. Yeah, you know, let's go. Let's not try and make anything too confusing. We're just going to have set attack total to get number of attackers. Oh. Oh yeah, actually, this is actually a bit more confusing than I thought. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I was hoping this is right. Set attack total, because I can just set it to 0 because I know it's going to be at 0. Set armor total to that's probably a bad place to put it. We can, yeah, so this way we'll just make sure that we are sacrificing all of them. So what's actually happening here? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay. I'm not too worried about that. Yeah. Right. And then we just got to do the same for the defense building. Okay. I'm glad we started with this AbomBEANation, because I was going to do another few little cards and then get onto this. But I've realised this is a full episode in and of itself. Oops, I put it in the wrong place again. Okay, right, now, have I got enough energy to make the mini abomination? What I kind of want to do, I want to have a look at how I do it in how I do the ranged attacks. See how easy it's going to be to adapt that to yeah, I'm gonna have a little look. So how do we do that? It's in the combat somewhere, so we need to open the combat script. Let me as well close all but this and then go into the combat. and I think it is actually, we'll find it's in the attacker bean, but that's okay. Right, combat routine. Begin off combat. Okay, what's happening here? So, this might not be too difficult. We just need to make a smaller version of our abomination, and then I think we're good. Right. So, what's actually happening? Make rangers attack. Oh, maybe. No, you know what? I'm going to make a calculated decision. I think this is going to just be a little bit too difficult. I feel kind of bad because in one episode I haven't been able to get a full card done, but I feel we've done sort of 90% of it. But I'm looking at this, I'm just thinking I just don't think I've quite got the concentration to put this together. So I think I'm quite happy with what we've done, because the abomination, I knew this was going to be quite a bit of work to put together. Like, I think next episode, I can finish off this last bit, which hopefully shouldn't take too long, and then we'll hopefully have a few more cards to put in that are going to be slightly easier. So AbomBEANation is, like I say, it's about 90% done, but I just can't quite find an easy way of dealing with it when the monster hasn't arrived yet. Yeah, so I'll give you a vague strategy of what my plan is. I think I'm going to probably have 1 or 2 more episodes of putting cards together, because then I'll have a decent library. Because it's like, how many have we actually got right now? Card essays. If I go like that, so 57 divided by 3 is what, 19? Well, yeah, we've got 19 cards. I'm planning to get that roughly up to about maybe 25. And then the next thing that I kind of want to work on is making the attacks, the enemy attacks. At the moment, it's got a fixed attack of, like, it does 15 damage each time. But I want to work out, like, obviously ways of changing the attack damage so that there's an element of randomness, but also having different effects. You know, there might be a certain, like, effect that's, like, say, Totem Smasher, right, where if it manages to hit the Town Heart, it will also, like, destroy a totem as well. Or an effect that, like, means that whenever you're creating any attackers, like 30% of them just die in trying to actually reach the formation. So, like, kind of, it's like a hindrance. It's like, it's to lower your attack. I've got quite a few ideas of different attacks, because obviously that's going to make the game a bit spicier and a bit more varied. But that's going to be something which I'm going to worry about another episode. I think for the time being, I'm going to see if I can find someone to raid. Let's have a look. Right. Do it nice and smooth so no one's... Oh, yeah, cheers, man. Right, let's have a look. I'm terrible at this, by the way. It's like the really, really slow transition. It's like... Okay. Is it this one? It's not that one. That's better. Okay. Right. I suppose either of you are streaming. No. Right. Let's have a look. I'm going to do Educated Collins. Again, admittedly, he is... Yeah, there we are. Yeah, he's actually a Hearthstone streamer, but he's really good at Hearthstone. And he's just if you're slightly into Hearthstone, he's really good. Anyway, rock and roll. All right, thanks so much for sticking around. This has been absolutely awesome. I'll see you guys later. Hello, YouTube people. Hey.